Obviously, gents, welcome to the Offside podcast. Thank you for coming on.
What's up?
Thanks for having me.
Obviously, football is finally back. I know La Liga, Bundesliga, they've been back,
This guy's on the phone. Cruz is on the phone.
Change the direction of the conversation. But in terms of Bruno Fernandes, what are you boys saying?
Can I tell you, Bruno is a top.
He came from Sporting like Cristiano. He goes left, he goes right.
Bruno.
Listen,
wait. Before
not failed to be in the team of the season. There is no reason.
Before we get into Bruno,
there is absolutely no reason.
Before we get into that,
had 10 minutes of the season to be in the top in
big man.
Play of
can I say something?
Team of the season.
Can I add something?
So he's a big man, yeah.
Can I add something? You look at the time that he comes into the Premier League, okay? Traditionally, any player that comes and signs in January always needs a bit of time to adapt to the Premier League, bro. He comes in Jan, plays against Chelsea at the Bridge, away from home, bosses the game, bro. Goes to Tottenham, away from home again, does very well again on Friday night. One of our best players, if I'm being honest. You saw what he was doing to things. Against Man City at Old Trafford, changes the game. Without him, we don't win that game, bro. You can't tell me now that this guy's not a baller.
Saying
no,
that.
he is.
No, it's saying that.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not a baller. I agree. Like, I see it. But this man had like 5 games max, 90 minutes, and he was on the team of the season. Fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah. Can't say he's on that level yet, bro. I feel like another thing that we also have to realize is that certain players, they'll have good patches, right? I'm not saying this is the quality that Bruno Fernandes plays all the time, because to be honest, I never watched him at Sporting and stuff. I'm saying if he does this for 8 months, that's when I can say, okay, this guy is actually one of the best in Prem. But based on 4 games, 5 games, you'd say Lucas Moura was one of the best when Tottenham got into the Champions League. Based on 4 games, 5 games, people were even talking about Jesse Lingard when he was dating Jenna Frooms. Like, we need time. This is coming from a Liverpool.
No, but can I tell you? There's a difference. Can I tell you? There are some players that you can see they're going through a good patch, and you can see that this guy is just a certified baller. Somebody like Daniel James. Daniel James has been dead since day one. I've never.
No, don't lie, Pope. August he was on fire.
Even when that's what I'm saying. Even when Daniel James was scoring those goals, I think he went 3 games back to back where he scored goals. He had something crazy like 4 goals in 5 games. Even that time, I literally said Daniel James is just going through a patch, but he's dead, bro. No, Daniel James will never reach that height, dude. However many.
I'm with Barack on this, because I also, even the Chelsea, right? Mason Mounts, like everyone has been shouting on him. Even Tammy Abraham. Like, when you watch these guys are scoring, these guys are assisting, they're doing everything right. But you watch, this man has no first touch. This man can't keep the ball. So you see that this guy is missing something. But Bruno, I love him.
And
like,
also,
Mount is better now, by the way.
Can I
think he wondered. Remember, I said
I think I'm just gonna defend the boys from Chelsea, both Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount and stuff. Dude, when it comes to having a first touch and just being clutch, essentially that's what we're talking about, just being clutch with the ball. I think when you're young, it's just not something that will happen. Because I watched training videos, right?
Greenwood,
and I saw Chelsea's, older guys versus Chelsea younger guys, right? And even on the training ground, you can see that there's different levels to clutches. But that doesn't mean the talent's not there. It just needs to be.
It's all experience.
So I think that personally, I feel like Tammy Abraham is gonna do bits in the Premier League. Just give him time.
I trust Mount.
I back him more than Mason Mount. Because Abraham is gonna do wonders.
I'm a Chelsea fan right here, and I want to say, out of all the youth that have come out this season, Billy Gilmore against Liverpool, my goodness, nothing went wrong in that game for Billy Gilmore. Like, he didn't do anything.
He told Fabinho. He asked Fabinho to come outside.
Yeah, imagine. And then the second best player out of
your right back.
Yes,
Reece James. Reece
James. Except for yesterday's game.
Yo, yesterday he was trash, mate.
Yo, he was horrible.
Yeah, but hey, guys,
it was horrible.
It's the first time playing football in
He's
3
allowed
months.
to be inconsistent, dog.
Fair, I'll give it to him.
But
one thing we forget is though, going back to Tammy Abraham and Chelsea's youth, right? Same with Dan James. You have to remember that we're talking about players who are 20, 21, 22.
Exactly, bro.
Comparing them to a player who's 28 years old. Prime versus...
bro,
I saw
but can I
this
tell
first
you?
hand with Rashford.
Even mentality.
Remember Rashford under Mourinho? How he wasn't finishing his food, bro. He still doesn't finish his food as much as he should. But you can see the level of confidence, experience, and decision making, bro. It's age.
Can I
I tell you, I trusted Rashford. Us Shrooms and the Chelsea fan base have been the biggest Rashford haters. Like, dude, I would come with my Rashford chats. These guys would break me down. Even when Rashford goes 2 months with 0 goals, I'm like, this nigga is a king, bro. This guy will own the Premier League, bro. But you see, you can see Rashford.
When he's 26, what's he going to be doing?
That's the thing. I can see Rashford holding United down. I can see Rashford winning the Prem. But Daniel James, that's not happening, bro.
You see,
not winning the Prem for us.
I think, you can say that they're young, right? But there's some young players that seem to have it on lock. If you compare Rashford and Martial, those United fans who watch games will know in front of goal, first touch, we all know who we want. Rashford is more explosive. But Tony's got it on lock. And Tony's also 22, 23. So, like, I think being
2024.
I think it shouldn't be an excuse.
in a couple of months.
I think it shouldn't be an excuse. Even Mason Greenwood's first touch is amazing. I think being young...
Greenwood is a gunman.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about first touch. I'm not talking about technique and first touch, bro. That should be... You're a professional footballer. That should be there. I'm talking about a game awareness.
Listen.
Yeah.
Mount doesn't have that.
Mount was amazing yesterday. Yesterday he was amazing.
Yesterday's game was very good. I'll give it
Mount
yesterday was very good.
Mount is good.
Sometimes Mount has either he overruns the ball, like he gets it too.
That's experience.
Mount is good, but like there's still a lot or a large possibility that this guy can
He's very good, but you can see he's still no talent. That's my issue. Because Wolfie, you have to remember that these players at the moment, as much as they are youth, are youth, but these are first team players. They are first team players in the Premier League. Like, you're not supposed to be showing those mistakes as a first team
100%,
player. Otherwise, otherwise you have to send you on loan or replace you because you still need to play in the championship and get your shit together. Otherwise, you have to lose the product.
Think about players that went on to become great, bro. That's what I'm just thinking about, bro. Like Ronaldo, CR7, or Cristiano, when he was like 19, 20, bro, you could see this guy's a baller, but the football awareness wasn't there, bro. The situational awareness, it was a bit frustrating sometimes, bro, because you see this guy charge 3 guys, the pass is not there, the run is not there, the shot's not there, whatever. But you see, as soon as you start to kind of hone your skills, get comfortable in your environment, I think these things come, and also you grow up a bit, bro. You gain a bit of muscle, you get a bit of confidence. The people around you are not that much older than you anymore. I genuinely think...
I'm just going to further the point that is already made. But even if you look at people like Jadon Sancho, people talk about how Sancho is an amazing baller right now, this, that, and this. But when he first moved to Dortmund, his game intelligence wasn't the greatest. He was passing balls into the box whereby there was only one person in his team and those 4 defenders around that one person. So over time, when you get confidence and you settle into the game, you will be more consistent and your decision making will be a lot
100%.
But I think when it comes to people like Mason Mount, and comes to people like Abraham's not having a first touch and this and stuff, it means that they haven't settled. It's the same thing that happened to Ronaldo. It's the same thing that happened
to Salah. Look at Mo Salah.
Bro, just give these guys... I say you can only judge these guys after like 8 to 9 months playing first-team football properly. Because by then you should be used to it. You have not... Now you're in the team, you shouldn't feel so compelled to prove us something that you're not. Just do what you do.
Let's not forget that Abraham did play for Swansea for a full season in the Premier League before. This was before he played for...
I think Abraham's dead.
No, I don't think he's dead. I think there's potential. But guys, you can't be a big striker that can't hold up defenders. You can't be a big striker that can't hit the ball. Like, all he has is that finish. He has a finish, like in the 6-yard box. If you give him the, he's gonna shoot. I like that because we've liked that. Chelsea, like we've liked a Chelsea striker like that. But surely, if I'm crossing the ball and you center backs, come on, dog.
They're gonna sell him to a mid-table club soon. He's gonna be playing for Everton or someone. Trust. You bought Timo Werner. A striker is a tough position, bro. It's cutthroat, which is so sad.
Yeah.
But if you're not
like
bagging,
he's
gonna go.
Giroud's outplaying him.
but Giroud is like a veteran. Giroud's also a veteran. He's a vet.
Dude, Giroud is actually underrated, bro.
He's a baller.
Just look at his stats and look when he shines. Well, he does what he needs to do.
He's a baller.
Now, obviously,
Giroud, bro.
Going back to the Premier League.
Sunshine Street.
All right, going back to the Premier League. United Tottenham ended in a 1-1. For those, let's ask the neutrals. You guys watched that game. How do you think that game should have ended? I mean, I've got my own thoughts.
Tottenham play poor football.
Wolfie,
shit, bro.
What bias, James? Let's ask the neutrals. We are biased.
So here's my thing. Here's my thing. Like, I get annoyed at people who criticize, especially Mourinho. But like, it's fine. Like, he does it a lot. But I think it isn't smart as a manager if you're going to play sprint merchants, bro. Like, if you know that United are counter-attacking merchants, then sit back. If you know that's all they can do, because you've watched all these games that United can't break down a low defense, then you have to do it. Like, you can't criticize them for that. Because I saw a lot of criticism that Spurs were sitting back. That's why we can't score. Yeah, because you guys can't break that. So I did that, and then penalties, man. Like United, I don't know how United get a penalty every single game.
Because we get cupped in the box.
Beautiful.
We get cupped in the box.
Yeah,
right. So how I see it is, obviously Mourinho. We knew Mourinho was gonna make it tough for us. I knew he was gonna park, but in saying that, Mourinho's got a world-class front line. You can also play to their strengths. Kane was a passenger. Kane and Son.
Yeah, Kane was nowhere.
Kane and Son.
Yeah, but that's all though. His midfield. Ali was suspended.
But yeah, I saw that because Lamela was playing Cam.
Lo Celso,
who's been fake news
this season, was injured. Like, he was on the bench.
No, he's on the bench.
Yeah, he was injured. He was injured. That's why he was on the bench. Mourinho said before the game that he was injured in training or something, but he said he could play. Like,
but thing is, what I'm
saying, he was injured. Lucas was injured, who's also been playing most of the games this season. So once again, Mourinho was put in that position where I have to play the players that I have.
Yeah, but in saying that, you also have to play to the strength of your team. We played against 10 men, essentially. Kane was a passenger that entire 90 minutes. Like, you didn't even see him. And then arguably, Son, we also didn't see him except for the one header, I think, that De Gea pushed over the bar.
Yeah.
But United, first of all, Solskjaer got the starting 11 wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Very wrong.
He got it wrong. If Pogba's not match fit, give Pogba the first 60 minutes and take him off. Pogba comes on, the game changes. Literally, Martial looked like a different gravy when Pogba came on. Even...
He at least had chances, yeah.
Yeah, he had chances. Bruno, the link-up thing, they couldn't handle it. We're now starting to slice open that Tottenham defense. Tottenham didn't create shit. If we're being honest, they created nothing, bro.
Because honestly, what I think sometimes it's true. A style of play is used to break down a defense, but sometimes you also need a player to actually break down that defense. Because our style of play, matched versus Tottenham style of play. Like both managers came into that game thinking correctly, as in this is a style of play we need to use to, beat each other. But you also need players who can, come through with that style of play. And Pogba literally was what we needed. That's all we needed. We didn't need to change any style of play or anything. Just put Pogba on and let him jam with Bruno.
My opinion on the game, for me, that first half was lost in midfield, bro. We had all the ball, I think Tottenham played very well in terms of their game plan. They were compact and they kept a low block, which is what we struggled to do, bro. But our midfielders just can't pass, bro. Fred and McTominay were dying in the first half.
Dude.
Second half, you see Matic and Pogba come on. Passes are getting straight through. Martial's getting the ball a bit more. We're getting at least chances, dude.
I hikey still don't like Matic, but anyway.
But we need Matic. We need
discuss Maguire. Is Maguire a bona fide baller? Is he good?
No, it's bad.
Can we please respect Harry?
I want the truth.
Camilo, let's respect Harry Beckenbauer. Harry Beckenbauer.
Honestly,
Maguire will be that defender. You know that guy that always has potential to be great. Even when he's 34, he'll have potential to be great. When he's 38, he'll still have potential.
Guys,
to be
listen.
great. And that's
Us football fans, bro. Football fans have very short memories, if I'm not going to lie. Like, being very honest, we have very short memories. Before this game, right, which was a 3-month break, by the way, for the last 10 games before that, my opinion on Maguire had changed because we were rock solid at the back, bro. Look against City, all those games against City, shut it down, bro. His pace was there. On the ball, he was looking a lot better.
Match awareness.
Bro. Our defense was looking good.
Harry Beckenbauer. I'm telling you.
I call it rough.
I just don't know.
But I feel like that goal that they scored I feel like it was a cheap goal. Like, if you put any other defender, put even the Wolves, who Kabasele, put him there, bro.
Even if you put Carriers,
put Willy Bolly. Put
even
Willy
if you
Bolly,
put Carriers in goal,
that goal
that
is
doesn't
not
go
going
in.
Bro,
Guys,
it's only
no, but you
Maguire
know the
and
thing is,
Mustafi
you guys
that
are judging.
goal
You guys
in.
are judging the goal, right? But I feel as if, how can I say this? You're not really focusing on the opportunity itself. That's a 1-on-1. So regardless of how it beat De Gea, and as regardless of whether De Gea should have done better or not, but my guy, dude, it's a 1-on-1. That's a clear-cut opportunity.
Wait, gents.
That should have been
Anybody
saved.
else got the ball, they were gonna score. So let's not hate them to keep making a mistake. Let's hit
No.
them.
De Gea missed out.
I don't want to get into wait. I don't want to go into that either. But like, I think we're looking at this very united from the United point of view. I think there was something vital missing in the Tottenham midfield. If you watch the game in the first half when Tottenham did have the ball, there were so many moments where if they had a 10 that could pass the ball, because Lamela was not, that man was not releasing the ball.
Yeah,
Kane was
not
in
a 10.
position where he could get through. Oh no, Son was so many times in transition. He was
3
in a gap
times.
where
Let's not say so many. It was 3.
3 times for Son alone. And
it was 3.
It
was 2 for Son, 1 for Kane.
Nah.
3 is also a lot.
There were literally moments. Wait, there were literally moments where Lamela, if you release this ball early, or like two touches before someone is released and there's a nice shot there, and this man wasn't releasing the ball whatsoever. So like Eriksen there, if he was still there, or if there was a 10 at least, Ali or Lo Celso, it could have been different from the first half.
Yeah, no facts. But thing is, we can also argue that when Matic if Pogba and Matic start, those things, like Matic is so good.
Trust Matic, bro.
No, but Matic is so good at defensive spacing. Matic doesn't allow that shit to happen. Matic doesn't allow that to happen at all. That's why, like, big up Pastor Fred, big up Scotty McSauce, but they can't start when Pogba starts.
100%. Scotty McSauce and Fred are Europa midfield pairing, in my opinion.
I think Pogba's wasting
FA Cup and that stuff.
Nah,
I don't think so. No, he's not.
We're gonna win the league with Pogba.
You could win. You could play.
Pogba, Rashford, Bruno. They're gonna win us the league.
They're gonna win us the league.
When?
I think Pogba should have a
2 seasons
by now.
Wait, so you're saying 2021?
Can I tell you? If we 2022, if Solskjaer makes a correct signing, do you know what United need right now?
Right winger.
We need a DM, a sense of.
Hey, big man, you've had a 30-year drought. Now you piping up because you're about to.
This guy's telling us he knows how to win the league.
My man,
bro, this guy's telling us he knows how to win the league. You haven't even won the league yet. You don't know how to win the league. Ask how to win the league. We'll tell you, bro.
Wait.
Can I tell
Can
you?
I ask a genuine question?
We need. Can I tell you what United need to win the league?
The
Right.
most recent year.
United need a sense of defensive matter. I personally feel Wilfred Ndidi.
Ndidi.
Sign that man, bro. Bring Wilfred Ndidi
Or
on.
Thomas.
Or Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of those guys, bro. Someone who just wins the ball. We need an informed Bailey, right?
Partey has played in the Prem though.
Who?
Partey has played.
All I'm hearing is that
he must come back, bro. He must come back.
You know,
we need an informed Bailey. We need top De Gea, right? Which we probably might not get. So get Dean Henderson in, but a top keeper, and we need a right mid. Like, it's honestly, we don't need much. We need a right
Dude, how many players is that,
either
bro?
Jadon Sancho or a informed Mason Greenwood, like
how much money is that, Bope?
Mason Greenwood.
Bope, how much money is that?
United have all the money in the world.
In two seasons, 180.
Don't talk about money with
Guys,
United.
Wait, guys.
Can I just say,
I have a point.
180
Can I have a point? Sorry, Ren.
Yeah,
Ask one a question.
I know. For me personally, the only reason that I'm a little bit skeptical of United in particular winning the league in 2 years is just because of how competitive it is. It's nothing against United. It's the fact that Chelsea has the potential of really doing well, which is somebody, which are people that are gonna take points away from you. Liverpool,
like they did this season, there.
Man City,
in all of those 3 games.
Whoa.
You can look.
Yeah.
Sure. Listen to this. Do you honestly? Okay, I'll ask you a question. I'm just gonna give you my opinion as well. But do you think Liverpool are gonna defend their title next season? And my answer to that, just honestly, defending a title in the Premier League. Okay, only 3 teams have ever done it, right? And to defend your title, and all those teams invested heavily for the next season, so they built on their strength, right? Liverpool, Klopp was like, "No, we got Firmino for next season, so we Gucci." Do you guys believe? I think it's naive to think that you'll defend it, bro. Everyone's bulking up.
Okay, to be completely honest, I'm not gonna come to you say that. Oh, it's so clear that we're gonna win the league next year. I think we are in the top 2 race. That's what I think. My concern isn't about next year. My concern is about 2 to 3 seasons time. Because all of my players are peaking at their prime, and it doesn't look as if there's enough youth in our squad. So, for instance, the only young
money.
Well, let me just continue with my point. Well,
yeah, sorry.
I think that the only people that are really, which have a long-term value in the team, people like Trent, which is like he's gonna be one of the greatest players in the next 4 years. In the next 4 years, at the very minimum, we have Gomez. Which is not, if you watch Liverpool, you know Gomez is not a joke. He's just not, but it ends there. And that's my problem. In terms of 4 season time, we'll have Trent still right back, we'll have Gomez centre back, but then I don't know what's really gonna happen up top. And we have a few midfielders that, like, okay, we don't know what they can do. Both Curtis Jones, we don't know what Ryan Bruce and them can do. So my concern is not about next year. Yeah, exactly, dog. I don't care that much about next
Curtis Jones. He's a
I care about when Tammy Abraham.
We want to go back to back.
I care about when Mason Greenwood booms. That's what I really care about, because those and also the City.
I think. Wait, can I just say to counter? You thought that Chelsea have more potential than United. Honestly, I think that's fake news. Because let me tell you why. Currently, our squad, pound for pound, we're better than you guys. Like, we've got the third best. Then Chelsea. We've got arguably the third strongest squad. We've got the third strongest squad in the Prem.
Yeah.
Pound for pound. And to top it off, this season, we've had the youngest average age in the starting 11 throughout the entire season. We've had the youngest. 23 point what?
Can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a question. It's nice to have young people.
Whoa. When is this?
It's been us, man. It hasn't been you guys. We've had the youngest starting 11.
When was this? In January, they were saying it's Chelsea.
No, United have the youngest.
We've got the youngest starting average age. We've got the youngest.
Frank was only in Chelsea's
Google your facts,
Exactly.
I have a question. Let me just ask
Frank's
a question.
young team
I understand
was the youngest
the
Chelsea
perfect
team
balance.
ever, but United's young team is the youngest. I think it's a Premier League record, isn't it? Youngest average age.
But who's gonna be starting in that team in 4 years' time? Who's
Mason
not?
Mason Greenwood,
Greenwood,
Rashford,
yeah, I agree.
Marshall,
Dean Henderson.
who else?
Please don't say
Wan
Scotty McSauce.
Bisaga.
Scotty
Scotty
McSauce is gonna end
McSauce,
up
can
like
I tell
Cliff.
you, I've
That's
never
gonna
backed
end up
Scotty
like Cliff.
McSauce.
I
Like,
think-
easy. I've never backed McSauce.
Guys, I think-
He's gonna end up like Tom Clifford.
So you have three guys.
No, wait.
No.
One
Wan
squad.
Bisaga. Relax.
Yes.
Wan Bisaga. Dean Henderson is coming in. And
Okay,
he's gonna be
yeah.
the
Dean
best.
Henderson.
Rashford.
Best keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, we
Rashford.
have a starting squad to look forward to.
Pogba's
bro.
26.
But then
4 years from now,
But
he's
then
30.
Chelsea's
He's
whole
still
squad
starting.
is starting for the next 7 seasons.
Without a transfer window, dude. Chelsea are just lit, guys. Like I don't know how people
But
can't.
the thing is, you guys are saying they lit because they have 5 left wingers. Who's gonna fucking start in the left winger position, bro?
What do you mean 5
And
left
they're
wingers?
all 19, bro. You have
Wait.
19 left wingers that
Callum
can
Hudson
all
like
do the
one
same
against
thing,
one
bro.
Hudson Frodoi.
Timo Werner.
Come on, man.
Wait.
Come on.
Ziyech plays at cam. He plays at right wing, left
But
wing.
he's not gonna play
about
Cam. Ziyech is not gonna
He
come
will.
to Chelsea
Who's
to play
operating
Cam,
there?
bro.
Wait, Barack. Who's our creator?
He's gonna create from the wing, how he always
gonna play
does.
Cam.
We have 10 wingers.
Ziyech
Not
can play Cam,
Baraka.
but he
Just like-
doesn't
just
play
like you said.
Cam.
He's a Cam.
Just like you said, we have 10 wingers. Why will you play another player that can play at cam at wing?
Because Ziyech is your only winger that can play Cam.
How old is Rudiger?
He's your only winger that can play Cam. Listen to this guy. None of your wingers are versatile, bro. None of your wingers are versatile. They can only play on the left or the right wing. And all of them are left wingers, first of all.
Tell me, Barack, tell me, which wingers are you talking about? Because William...
all
William
of your
and Pedro are
Hudson
leaving.
or Doyes, your Pulisic, your William is
Okay.
gonna fall off.
Pedro
soon.
and William. Pedro, how many years on his
Pedro.
Pedro
contract?
and William... Wait. Okay, let me answer you. Pedro is leaving, is going to Roma already.
And that's your best player. So done. Boom.
William might be going to Tottenham.
That's your second best player.
Hudson-Odoi was playing right wing.
He's a
when
fraud.
Hazard was already.
Let's
So
move
we
on.
know he plays right wing.
No, I
and
trust.
left wing.
Wait, are you saying Hudson
Pulisic-
Odoi? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Hudson-Odoi. Pulisic, already this season he played at cam. He was dropping
Pulisic.
off.
But
Imagine.
Pulisic is never. Rooms, you know
played.
football, bro.
No,
guy's
Rooms,
so
you know
young,
football.
bruh.
There was that
Bro,
time that
so
Rashford
young.
played Cam. Wait, Wanda, do you remember that game that Rashford played Cam?
Hey,
Because we
man,
didn't.
Don't give me
I
my
forgot
He
what
got a
happened,
hat-trick, Baraka.
but
He got a hat-trick.
dude, scoring a hat trick in one game does not mean that you're a certified baller in that position, bro.
It doesn't.
It literally
He can
doesn't.
play. No.
It
Barack,
doesn't.
we're not arguing that. Guys, please, Barack's question, what his statement was that all of these guys are not versatile. I am telling you the versatility now, and you saying he can't
But
play.
you see, there's a difference in versatility when you're filling in a spot because of an injury and because you
He wasn't
being
filling in.
versatile because you're playing in that
Okay,
position.
Camilo,
Can I
let me
tell
ask
you
you
my
this. Let me
point
ask you
with
this. If you look at Pulisic, because the very definition of versatility is James Milner. So, like,
Yeah.
He's not a
are your
James
boys?
Milner. No,
Are your boys? You see, that's my thing. If we're gonna talk about a player's versatility, we must be able to be like, okay, wherever we
but
stick,
Ziyech.
we know he can do it.
Okay, Ziyech.
I
Ziyech
don't
Even
is.
Son.
Ziyech is
much
versatile.
about
No,
I
fact.
don't know much about
No, I know Ziyech.
But
Ziyech
look,
is
but
versatile.
look, just compare the numbers, right? So we're saying Rashford, we're saying Mason Greenwood, we're saying Dean Henderson. Who else are we
Wan-Bissaka.
saying?
One
Aaron
Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka.
Brandon Williams.
Brandon Williams.
I don't
Maguire's-
like Brandon Williams.
Maguire's only 26, guys.
Brandon
Bailly's
Williams
only
is whack.
25.
Yeah, Bailly's 25.
Maguire's 26.
Lindelof.
Axel Tuanzebe.
Lindelof only 25.
Pogba's 26. I think Pogba's the oldest. Pogba's 27.
Martial's 23. Martial's 23.
In fact,
Nah,
the whole
he's
United
24,
squad, this current United starting 11, in 4 years' time, it can be exactly the same. That's how young.
Prime. In 4 years'
But is
time,
that
they
what
hit
you
prime.
want? Is that what you think is like gonna take you over the line?
Obviously, with
No, obviously
Against
these
City.
signings, bro.
He's
We're gonna add
the
more
City
players.
held 3 from us this season. City didn't beat us. They beat us once out of 4.
My guy, you guys are acting as if you're playing City for the title. No, City's playing
But
like
we-
what?
but then we-
37 other teams.
We did the
That's
double
the
over
point.
them in the league, though.
It's fine. You can do the
As
double
our
over
noise-
in the league,
as
but
our
are you going to
noisy
make up
neighbours.
that point deficit when you guys are busy drawing against
But like,
Stoke on a Wednesday night?
that's the thing.
That was Liverpool 2 seasons ago, bro. 2 seasons
You
ago,
remember-
Liverpool beat
And that's
every
why we
top six
lost.
team
And that's my
and lost.
point.
But then look where you
it
are
took you 2 years.
today. Look where you are
It took you 2
today.
years
remember
to make
Chelsea-
that transition.
Do you remember
Listen,
Chelsea?
like,
Do you remember Chelsea?
Liverpool's
landing up-
transition was not
landing
2
up in,
years.
like,
Don't get it
10th,
wrong,
but
bro.
didn't
It's
lose a
been
single
like
game
4
against
to
the top
5.
6.
It was 40.
Yeah,
Good lie.
How old is
seasons ago.
Bruno? How old is
I don't know
Bruno?
if you
Bruno's
remember this. 2
26.
seasons ago,
25.
Liverpool, when you guys finished 4th, I think, you guys had the best top 6 record of any team. I think even better than City's. You didn't
Yeah,
lose
we
the top
can,
6
we
games.
can rock up
Yeah.
to big games.
And then you lost. All the games that you lost and drew to, drop points to, were bottom to mid-table opposition, bro. And you guys were saying, yeah, we need to just stop beating the big teams and stop. I don't see how that's different to what you're saying about Man United now. Like,
Yeah. United have
Yeah.
a good record against top 6 teams.
Yep.
Dude, my point.
Won
my
5,
point is
drawn
that-
3, lost 2, or some shit like that.
My point
thing
is that there's one thing that actually helps United out, right? It's the fact that, as you guys said, you have the perfect balance between experience and young players coming in. I think that over time, as the team develops, you guys are going to get more consistent results. And over a long run, that means that you guys are going to be contending for a higher placing and better spots.
We're
and
going to win
stuff
the
like
league
that,
in
right?
2022.
But
Yeah,
my point is that, look, dude, as your team gets better, just remember that it's not only your team that's getting better, because Chelsea's coming. City, like, dude, City's just an anomaly. And I even think that, bro, like, to a large portion, we don't really know what's going to cut on the Liverpool side. So based on those things, to say that you're going to win the
I
season,
know what's gonna cut with
but
Liverpool.
United are investing.
for you just
United-
to get more points than City in 2 years' time, I want to see that. That's one thing I want to see.
Well,
Do you know
United
what?
are not trying
you
to
know what-
invest money.
Do you know what it is, guys? Like,
You guys don't even have a coach, dude. Like, can I be honest? What does that guy want?
who?
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Won the treble.
Listen to this man.
1998.
That's
my
no, but,
thing.
no, but on,
You
a
can
genuine,
never-
on a genuine chat, guys. Like, I want to say this as well.
What is Lampard on also, if we're going to talk about that?
Yeah, what does Lampard won?
And dude, that makes my points even better.
No, but that's the
And
thing.
can I tell
No,
you one
guys,
thing that I
when
do
it
like
comes
about
to
Ole
the
Gunnar
league,
Solskjaer?
you need the
The
best,
first thing
bro.
that I
There's no
really
fix here.
liked about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is that he
That is
just
a
played
pace
the
machine.
starting 11 that we've wanted to see
He
for
shipped
10
the
years,
dead
bro.
one. He said,
That's
Jones out.
all I wanted to see, bro. Dude, Jones gone, Fellaini gone. Dude, even Fellaini with all of those last-minute headers, I was like, this guy is not United quality. He can never be United quality. We won't win a league with Fellaini in our team. Out. He removed those guys, bro, and just gave us the starting 11 that we wanted. That was step number 1 of United coming back, bro.
And also, Solskjaer's a young manager. It's like Frank. These guys are going to get better. Season to season, given the time, I genuinely believe, like, these guys have the potential to run the Premier League if things go their way. We have to give it time. Klopp came to the Premier League and he was weak sauce. He didn't come in and light up the
Like eighth. He finished 8th.
finish 8th. But now
But
he's
then
at the
Liverpool
top.
was already
You guys
finishing
are
8th.
actually
Let's not forget. Wait.
Klopp has won how many
To back
DFK?
Klopp,
Yeah,
How
but then
many
how many
Champions
times has he
League finals?
choked in the final? How many times has he
to
choked?
forgive Klopp,
How many
guys.
finals has choked?
Liverpool was
How many
shit.
times did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer get into a final?
He's a young
He's
manager.
only had one
He's
season,
a young
bro.
manager, bro.
He's
And
not
that's-
even young. He's only had one season.
No,
Klopp's got
Cardiff-
relegated
Cardiff-
from
being-
But he got relegated
didn't he
from
get
Cardiff.
relegated with Cardiff
Bundesliga?
City?
No. We're
Klopp
speaking
got
about
relegated in the
United.
Bundesliga. Klopp got relegated in the Bundesliga as well. He was given time. When he was a young manager too, he got
Whoa.
Mainz relegated. If we
Jack, it's about
Yeah.
time, gentlemen.
why do you get to
Time.
pick and
So
choose?
I
Why
think
do
no
you
one
get
should
to pick
predict the
and choose?
future. Then, if that's what we're saying.
The most overrated player in the Premier League.
Oof.
And you know what? I'm gonna start off and be controversial from the jump. Mohamed Salah. I don't rate this man. Not even a little
Can I
bit.
tell you?
He's not even the best player in
I'm
the attack.
personally, I'm also leaning towards Wanda. I don't think he's the most overrated player,
Yeah.
but I think Mohamed Salah is just going through a glorious, that patch that just won't end. Because when you look at Mo Salah's football, like he's honestly not a quality football. Mo Salah just score. I don't understand.
Bro, he looks.
I don't understand his style of play.
When Salah tries to dribble, bro, he looks like he's lagging, dog. Like,
Bro, you check when I criticize Tammy Abraham. What you guys see with Salah, because I see it too, is exactly what I see with Tammy. Tammy can score after having a shit game, after losing the ball how many times, but that man will score.
He's not a baller.
Not at all. I don't see it.
So you say that for you the most overrated player in the Prem is Tammy?
Let me try to think.
No. I did not say that. I was just comparing.
Yeah, for me, it's,
I still have to think about it.
I won't even change my answer.
I'll tell you my most overrated player, dude. Roberto Firmino. I know you guys love him. I'm sorry.
Nah.
He's
Wolfie,
you captain, bro.
No.
There is no way.
Let me explain myself.
There is no way.
Yeah, let me explain why.
Yeah. Just here.
Roberto Firmino. One thing, he's a street footballer. He's got takers, bro. One thing I love about him, he's got skills on lock, 5-star skills. He's got it. But I don't understand why every team in the world, right, judges their strikers based on goals and assists, and then Firmino comes now. That doesn't exist anymore. We're not allowed to talk about finishing. He's not clutch. Firmino is not clutch.
Like, can I give you a comparison? Like,
he complements his players, yes, but he's only going to be good at Liverpool. He can't play in any other team.
No. Can I give you an example? Because
he can be good wherever Ronaldo plays. Wherever Ronaldo plays.
I was about to say Firmino was like the Benzema to the BBC.
Because that's what because Benzema's definitely scoring now and he's
Benzema's got stats, like
but there are seasons where Benzema's
got Aguero stats.
Yay!
If you go look at it,
I don't know about that, Wolfie.
He scored over 200 goals for Real Madrid. He scored over 200 goals for Real Madrid. Look at his La Liga all-time goals, bro. Benzema, if he wants, can come outside with his stats.
He's 160. He's on 160.
I thought you were gonna say Dele Alli.
In La Liga, it's like 160 something.
Oh
Can I tell you?
But then,
Dele Alli
let's not forget.
Patches,
wait, Barack. Like, let's not forget. If you're playing with Özil, Modric, Ronaldo, you are bound to get goals.
Of course,
yeah.
Look at Liverpool. There's goals everywhere in Liverpool. But Firmino hasn't scored away from home. He hasn't scored.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Firmino plays with gunmen. Mane and Salah are literally all they do. They're not on the pitch for style of play. They're not here for intricate, beautiful football. That they don't care about that. Mane and Salah are just there to score. That's why Bobby Firmino can be. You see in Real Madrid peak with Bale and Ronaldo. Bobby Firmino is a perfect striker for that style of football. Like, he'll fit in perfectly and he'll do his job and be a top striker.
And let's not forget Firmino. Firmino, when they bought him from Hoffenheim,
he was a cam. Yeah, I was about to.
Like, is it?
He's a cam.
I didn't know that.
He's a cam playing striker, like literally a cam playing striker. So he was transformed into the.
And you can see it. The guy, he's got the best vision in that Liverpool team, bro. You can see it.
Listen to what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. He's a top player at his job. Okay, he's a professional at his job. I just don't think you could go anywhere else.
Oh, okay. I hear you.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, he can't go somewhere else.
No, he can't. Like,
go wherever the top goal scorer is. He'll be perfect.
That's
what I'm saying. You're just losing out. Think about this though. If Liverpool had Timo Werner, okay, a person who could finish his food like that, they would have won yesterday at Everton. I think points-wise, he would have gotten a lot of points for them, bro. And I think Firmino's excellent at his job. But if you're talking about a striker now, who can add into the team, even if he's not the top scorer, but who can add into the team, think how much more the team is getting, bro. I think Firmino, though, market value-wise, he's great at Liverpool, but where else is he going to play?
I think to show that Liverpool don't want a striker is that I think Origi has more goals in him playing striker than Firmino, but they don't want that. Like, it's not something they were ever looking under Klopp. Klopp wanted someone who's going to be providing.
He works hard. Who works hard for the team. Yeah. So yeah, he's for Klopp's system. He's perfect, but I think he gets too much respect for me, bro. If it was any other player, any other club, they would be talking so much smack. Like, you know, it's an unpopular opinion. I understand that. I understand it's an unpopular opinion, but I just think this guy gets way too much respect.
I think other system. Let's look at other system strikers, because Chelsea has had system strikers. Sinto always points out that Chelsea strikers don't have more than 20 goals. Like Drogba had 2 seasons where he was above 20 goals. But we talk about him because he was a perfect system striker. The man was a toppers. He had most assists in one season. He had like 18 or 19 assists in one season. And that's as a...
Listen, Camelo, you guys relied on Drogba when you went to Old Trafford, bro. You guys relied on Drogba when you guys went to the Emirates. He provided in the FA Cup finals. Are you relying on Firmino when you go to Old Trafford? You're not, bro. Wait. Do you not remember when Salah and Mane weren't scoring just now this season? When Liverpool was winning on 1-0 in big games.
Van Dijk was scoring. Van Dijk was scoring.
He was scoring big games.
No, what I like about Liverpool is that they were getting goals from midfield too. So obviously they don't get a lot of goals. The share of goals not a lot, maybe 1 or 2. But the players were coming through when they needed it. In those 1-0s and stuff. But I'm just saying now, Drogba was a system striker. Yes, he didn't get big numbers. Yes, but big games, he was the man, bro. His stats didn't have to chat. The trophies chatted. Look at Firmino. The team is playing badly. You're not going to look at Firmino to go score top bins in the 80th minute. I can't see it, bro. At Old Trafford or at the Emirates. He's a top player, yeah, but if Mane and Salah are injured, you're not doing anything with that guy.
Let me name my player. I think like a blood clot.
Like a blood clot.
The French Darren Bent.
Nah.
Guys, I like that man. Guys.
I'm thinking.
Like let's not forget. Like I like I said, I won't lie. But damn man, like
he has a nice beard and all, and
he's bleeding right now, bro. He's been trashed for a while now.
Sorry for him, bro.
He's been trashed
for
a while
look like
now.
He wants to play there.
He doesn't.
I watched the game against City. Listen, I watched the game against City, and he came off the bench, right? Remember, he came off the bench late on. Bro, that guy looked tired, bro. After 10 minutes, he looked dead already. Like a Z.
Yeah,
he wakes up knowing that he has to play next to Guendouzi every morning, bro. He's tired, dog.
Now, guys, I actually rate Guendouzi. I think Guendouzi is underrated.
He thinks he's a big man, bro. I don't rate him at all. He thinks he's hectic, bro.
No,
he needs to calm down.
His attitude is bigger than his game. I agree with that. But it's good. I think it's good.
I like his confidence, though. I'll be lying if I said I didn't admire his confidence. He's very confident, and I appreciate that.
Hey, man, you can be a cow and be confident, bro. Hey,
sorry. Sorry, guys. Actually, there's one more player also that I think is overrated, bro. Jordan Henderson.
Yo, fact. Horrendousson.
Yeah, facts.
Horrendoson, bro.
The most, just because he's white, just because he's English.
And he's English. 100%.
Big facts. Big
100%.
facts. Just also mine.
Tom Cleverley's better than Jordan Henderson. Argue me. Fight me now. Tom Cleverley 2020. They do the same job. Short passes. Short pass and run. Short pass and run. I think it helps to play with Firmino and Mane because it takes off to everything. It's good to play in a team where players like are hungry for the ball.
Yeah. Bope, who's the player?
I don't see it.
Number one for me.
Wait, just Baraka.
Yeah, no, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
You're breaking up, Baraka.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Still breaking.
Daniel.
Dan James.
This man sounds like Daft Punk, bro.
So I think Dan James is.
This guy hates Dan James, bro.
One OD is Giorgio. I think Giorgio is just washed.
Hey, Baraka. Who? Who's the second? Who?
Yo, I can't hear him. I just heard Dan James.
Hey, Baraka, dog. Please move around. Didn't he get the second player?
I mean,
I think it's because you're lagging, bro. Like, yo, it's cutting off,
you're
like breaking
lagging.
up.
But another player is Zaha.
Nah, Zaha's not
How is
overrated.
that man 80?
No,
How is that man worth 100 mil?
Okay, no. He's not worth 100 mil, but when I say most overrated footballer, I mean as in like, you know, the fans. Who the fans are, oh, this man is such a baller, but he's not. Like, hype
Sure.
Jorginho's also. Let's not lie, Firmino.
Who?
Jorginho.
Nah, guys, I don't rate Jorginho. I'm not gonna... I don't rate Jorginho.
And then...
No, do you know what it is? I think Jorginho, he has something that he does give that like most of Chelsea players don't have. But it doesn't. It's a liability, which is a very big issue. Like, he's a liability going back. He's a liability when we have to drop back or try and defend. Like, I don't like that. I think if we can...
I'm attacking, bro.
Huh?
He isn't creating chances, bro. Like,
fair, I think Billy Gilmore. I think if we could give Billy Gilmore some time, I think he could take over that position.
Okay.
They must nurture him.
And then to finish off, gentlemen, most underrated player in the Premier League.
Underrated.
Gio Wijnaldum.
Okay.
He's a baller.
Mine is gonna be a very unpopular.
Top 5 top midfielders in the league. Wijnaldum.
Alright, you guys are gonna think this is a very unpopular opinion. This might be very biased, but Tony Marshall for me is underrated. People don't respect
100%.
that man. People do not respect that man. They don't respect him, bro. You wish you had a striker as talented as Tony.
Firmino.
You wish.
Martial will go and do a madness at Stamford Bridge, and you guys still wouldn't rate him. I don't understand that, bro. Like, you watch this guy, how you play.
Let's chat about this. Let's remember the hype and conversation around Martial. There's a clause
what do you think about
Martial? Wait. There's a clause in his contract when he came from Monaco that there has to be a bonus paid to Monaco when he wins the Ballon d'Or. You see, there's already a bar set.
Can I tell you, Chimelo? Most players have that clause in their contract. Bro.
Even Bruno has it.
One thing that the media won't tell you, there's so many clauses in football contracts. And I did it in sports law last year. I studied this. Dude, the amount of clauses, just about things, fringe benefits, bro. Property, cars, if you're selling a young player to a big club and you're not a big team, bro, you're going to try to milk as much money as you can from it. And you're not going to do it with direct cash. You're going to do it with conditional, bro. You're going to say, if he does this, we're going to get that. We paid Monaco a lot of cash already because we were like, if he scores over like 50 or 60 goals in the first 3 seasons or 4 seasons, we paid them. And we paid them something like 20, a lot of cash, add-ons, bro. Those are what add-ons are, bro.
I think the thing is with that, as much as the clauses might be with all players, like it might be with every single youth player, when it gets to like that media hype, that just him is that the player that we know has that clause, puts a lot of pressure on him because they are young players that you guys are buying. So we as the spectators know about his one. So when he got there, and Yanni was doing. This man was playing first season and a half or something like that. Man was really jamming. But this man, when you guys moved him again, he was an happy player on the wing because he wanted to play as a 9, and you guys, I think he brought him back. Ole brought him back to striker. Hey, that man disappears in games. Like, I get that it's a no service thing. I understand it's a no service thing, but do you check how who's this guy? Your reserve striker, Gallo. When Gallo's not getting the ball, he drops off deep, knocks the ball back like just a young touch as a big striker, passes it back, and then he runs back to his position. Martial just disappears. Just quite. Don't forget.
I blame that on Mourinho, if I'm honest.
100%.
It confused him a lot. I think Mourinho's football confused him a lot. Under Van Gaal, he was so good. Under Van Gaal, he was so good at looking to orders. Sorry,
Yeah, even at that game against Chelsea, I still say Martial should have been sent off because he gave Thingy a bloody nose without the ball. He gave Christensen a fucking bloody nose without the ball.
But that was a mistake.
Why is it just... No, my thing is... No, my chat is, he wasn't even... There was no ball involved. Like, he just stands there. He's not involved if the ball, the distribution is not there. There's no ball going in. So, I think that's Martial. Like,
I think with Martial... I think with Martial, the biggest issue is he plays for Manchester United. We all know Manchester United players are the most scrutinized players in the Premier League.
I don't think so, guys.
No.
Personally,
It's true. It's true.
Okay, wait. I think I have to put that disclaimer on myself.
Sorry, gentlemen. Technical difficulty.
From United that I rate. Who's this thing? About Greenwood. I see him. I definitely rate him.
Greenwood is a gold.
Rashford, I didn't rate him a few years ago, like as Barack said. But this, I see him. Like, I definitely rate him.
Yeah, no.
But like,
Martial brags his goals, bro. Do you remember at Stamford Bridge last season when he scored 2 goals?
Yeah, no, I remember.
Like, Camelo, but thing is, you're just one fan, dude. It's no secret. United players are the most scrutinized players in English football. Fact, you have Jesse Lingard, literally, bro. Jesse Lingard was dropping fat stinkers, but the people that talk about is Martial, Pogba, and Rashford wouldn't even be mentioned. But Rashford would be dropping stinkers, bro.
True.
And
I've seen Rashford drop worse thinkers, bro.
The reason why I say Martial is the most underrated player, like, for me, in the Prem, is because when Tony plays, we know how crucial that man is to our attack. When he was injured and we saw Rashford playing up front as a striker, I've never seen Rashford
that was terrible.
like that in my life.
That was terrible.
Tony comes back, first game, chips the keeper. Class, you can't teach that. Talent, bro, you can't teach that. And when Tony has the right players around him. Yeah.
If I'm being very honest with Labs, Martial is probably my favorite player in the world, right? But I'm being very honest with you when I say sometimes you can see sometimes it looks like he's just bleak, bro, and he just doesn't want to play.
That's the thing that I don't like, dude. Martial sometimes looks like they forced him on the pitch.
If you say word for word, bar for bar, talent for talent, no, man, Martial is a different gravy.
The thing is, it's a different conversation if we're chatting about talent and chatting about him actually producing.
But he is,
yeah. And I think that's where the issue lies. Like, because you can see it. Remember that game in preseason when he chowed the whole Real Madrid from the way. I remember that shit. Yeah. Of course, I rate him. Like, I know that he has it in him. Just like I do rate Depay as well. Like, I think you shouldn't have sold him. But like, he disappears. I don't like.
Yeah, no, he does.
How he's just disappearing as striker. Like, that's my issue with Martial.
I think
he'll learn.
Same, also like that.
That's fact, but like I wouldn't have it any other way. I'd rather, if we play City or Liverpool, I'd rather have Tony starting there than add striker than even your boy Rashford. Rashford should never touch striker ever again, especially after this.
It's like,
can I give you guys an underrated player?
Yeah.
Another underrated player. You got very random, but Burnley's winger O'Neill, bro.
That guy is good.
He's only 20 years old.
McNeil there. No, that guy is good, bro.
And he Man United Youth Academy as well. United Youth Academy. But that guy, in a couple of years, I hope he gets a big break, bro. But he's got quality.
You know who I'm gonna speak about? Who I don't know if he still plays, but for me, like in the past, the most underrated footballer for me was Eduardo Vargas. Chilean striker.
I literally for QPR.
I literally haven't
QPR,
dude. I literally have not seen such a gunman that is overlooked. Like Vargas for me was
like
the gunman. I didn't understand why he wasn't playing for literally a Champions League team, bro. Like a Champions League playoff team. Like that's where he deserved to be.
If he goes
in QPR.
It's sad. A lot of players actually like. I think if they just got their chance at the big stage, bro, they'll surprise many people. But I think a lot of players
Vargas was honestly the guy.
They never get that opportunity.
I don't think he was the best player in that team, Barack.
He wasn't, but he was the most overlooked because obviously there was Alexis Sanchez. There was that centre mid of them that he played centre mid and centre back.
I mean in QPR.
Oh, you're saying in QPR?
No, Barack. Yeah, he wasn't.
Oh, there was
The Delta Rapt.
Taarabt was
Delta
a
Rapt.
Delta Rapt was a goat, but you see,
But then he
Taarabt
got
got all his praise. Taarabt got all his praise.
Yeah,
Like we
facts.
all looked at Taarabt, like we knew he was a goat.
Taarabt was a
Yeah, dude, then he
disappointment.
got fat, and now he's playing defensive mid.
CDM now.
But dude, Vargas for me was just too overlooked, bro. It didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But now the most overrated player and most underrated player now. That's actually difficult. It's difficult. I still want to say Rashford, but I think people are seeing him a bit more now. Yeah, people are starting to see him.
Ronaldo,
yeah, dude. But Rashford has had that ice since day one, dude.
He just needs to finish his feet, bro.
Man came on, scored a brace on his debut against Arsenal, bro. What are we saying,
bro?
Guys, let's not forget. Let's another one. Arsenal Saka, Kayo Saka. That guy's good, guys.
What a
Oh,
baller.
yeah,
I'll sign him today. I would sign him today.
Absolute baller.
He's wasted.
I don't
They're playing
like-
him left back. They're playing him at left back because they don't have a left back.
Imagine.
It's a pity he's got shit footballers around him as well.
Such a good player.
Yeah.
He's going to be top. He's going to be a top player.
We'll see. Because the thing is, your environment also cultivates your football growth. And if you've got rubbish around you, how are you gonna become a diamond when you have rubbish around you, bro? Like,
you know that Rodrigo from Real Madrid, bro. That guy, I like that guy so much, bro.
Yeah.
Yo,
But let me
he's
just
fire.
say
so
for
fire.
me right now, the most underrated footballer, and this is who football pundits and always trash down, for me is Mesut Ozil. Ozil for me is the most underrated footballer. Like,
Because he plays for Arsenal. He gets disrespected because he plays for a banter club.
yeah.
but the
Thanks.
thing is, even his coaches don't respect him. His fan base don't respect him. Like,
What would be a good move for him now?
Nobody respects Ozil.
What's the best
I
transfer
think-
Ozil could get now? PSG.
Everton.
Are you saying if you had to leave and go to another Premier League team?
Not Premier League, anywhere.
PSG probably. I think PSG is a good shot.
Watch, he's gonna go to Galatasaray. Watch him end up at Galatasaray somewhere.
Yeah, then his career is finished.
You guys should check out the video about the death of the number 10 position. I think he's a victim of that because they aren't any. I think he might be the last traditional number 10. You guys should check out that.
Nah, that's facts.
Yeah, he's one-dimensional.
Nah, but
He's too one-dimensional.
yeah, maybe. But I'm thinking Bruno is Bruno
He's
has
not.
more of a physical game to him. Bruno does have more of a
Yeah.
He can
physical
play
game
centre
to
mid,
him.
bro.
Bruno can play 10. He can play 10, but he's not a 10. He's not a traditional number.
Yeah.
Thiago Alcantara is in his last year of his
Thiago
contract.
Alcantara.
He's in his last year of his contract at Bayern Munich.
The thing is with Thiago is he gets injured too much.
Yep.
Yo, I love that, guys. I think that's my favorite sentiment in the world. I still want to see. It's never gonna happen. But Kante and Thiago next to each other.
Thiago in the Premier League would be fire, bro.
Nah,
Thiago in the Premier League.
I made it no secret. Pogba's my favorite player by far.
Yeah, Pogba.
By
But
far,
you can't hate on Pogba anymore, bro. Did you watch what he was doing to the Tottenham players, bro? Did you see what Pogba was doing?
No, guys.
Dude.
That guy's a joke, bro.
Whoa, Wolfie. I've never in my
Yeah,
whole
to be
entire
fair,
life.
I know Trubino rates Pogba.
No.
I know you rate
Yeah.
Pogba.
I'm asking you because I know these guys are United fans, so they know I know what they think, bro. But I know these other fans always want to chat shit about Pogba.
We're black United
personally,
fans. Other United fans don't rate Pogba.
Yeah, I've always seen.
Pogba's
I've always seen that Pogba is be there. First of all, because the fans do not respect him. The English fans do not respect Pogba, and he's always being a scapegoat. So I genuinely thought he should leave. I genuinely thought he's easily the best player there. Easily the best player.
Not even close.
Top two.
Not even with Bruno
top
there.
two
There's levels.
Yeah, facts.
Top
He's
two
easily out
midfielders in the
there.
league. Yeah, top two midfielders in the league.
Top two
I'd pick
player in the league.
Yeah, I'd pick
Players is a
him.
lot, but
Personally,
Nah.
I'd pick him.
It's him and KDB at the top, bro. It's him and KDB.
I still think,
I'd take
for me
Pogba.
personally, I feel like Aguero is a best City player. I think maybe the last two seasons,
He's old now.
KDB has had better, seasons and stuff. But Aguero is the best player in
Pep
the
trusts
City.
Jesus more. Pep trusts Jesus more than he trusts Aguero, which I don't understand.
I don't
think it's trust. I don't think it's trust. I think it's injuries. I think he knows that he has to manage Aguero's career now.
Yeah,
that's the point.
Yeah.
He has to manage.
Aguero can't play every game anymore like how he used to.
How many more seasons does he have in him?
He's got 2.
2 seasons?
2
seasons at City?
Yeah, he's got 2.
He's staying until he breaks Rooney's record.
Yeah. Will he break it though? He's still got like 20-something goals.
It's a break.
I think he can. He can break Rooney's record.
It'll be tight. I think it'll be tight.
Depends if the Bruyne stays though, bro.
Oh, another guy that people overrate.
He was scoring more goals before De Bruyne came.
Yeah, he was. He was doing
another guy that people underrate, and I'm gonna call out Flooms so hard on this one, is my guy Wayne Rooney. You don't rate Wayne Rooney at all.
Rate Wayne Rooney.
Flooms doesn't rate that man at all.
Player of all time.
Nah, gentlemen. Do you know why I always bring up Rooney? And I will still do.
Deserves a statue.
People have this thing expecting Drogba, and they bring out stats. So I bring out stats, and stats
Yakubu has more goals. Yakubu has more goals than Drogba.
Yeah, but then have you seen the goal ratio?
You can't say that about Rooney. You can't say
Numbers don't lie. Check the scoreboard.
Rooney's goal ratio. Wait, Rooney's goal ratio is literally almost the same as Drogba's. Literally. Like, you can go check this. He has like 500
contribution though.
But Rooney has so many. Rooney has so many seasons.
You have to look at ratio. You have to look at ratio.
Rooney has so many seasons that he's played behind the striker.
I think you can't look at goal contribution.
Yeah, no. Drogba also has assists. No. Drogba has many assists.
Yeah, but true. But I'm saying Rooney has so many seasons where he's played behind the striker.
Yeah,
so many seasons where United don't look to him for goals. So many seasons.
Yeah, but Drogba too. Guys, Drogba wasn't striker.
Rooney played as a supporting striker.
Yeah, he was a striker. Wait. Drogba was a striker, but he wasn't the main. He wasn't where goals were looked for. Like, he was just.
But he was still the striker. But now imagine not being the striker, and we don't look to you for goals, specifically. So,
but then Rooney was the supplement whoever he played with. If it was Van Persie, Rooney was the support to Van Persie. Rooney was the support to Tevez and Ronaldo. Then he had the 2 seasons. Listen to Firmino. He had 2 seasons where he was the main man on top. Scored 35 goals that season. His best seasons was when he was on top, when he was the main man. That guy was the most selfless player, dude.
Greatest English
player
of all time.
Rooney has the same amount of 20 goal seasons as Drogba.
But that's because he had all those other seasons where he's playing with a striker.
I can't hear you guys at the same time.
That's because Rooney had so many seasons where he was playing with another striker. That was to score goals. And all those 20 plus, and those 20 plus, and you see, it sounds nice when you say the stat like that, but when you say they have the same 20 plus seasons, Drogba probably had 20 and Rooney had 35. That's not the same season, bro. That's not the same season.
Drogba had 29 and a 20, and Rooney had 20 and like 31, I think. So it's also, that's extreme.
Yeah. Rooney's the only player in Premier League history. He scored 10 goals for like 10 consecutive seasons. So what I'm saying is, consistency-wise, he didn't score the 26 goals a season, whatever, but he would chip in his goals every single season, plus his assists. So that's why he's got such a high goal tally. But he was never the main man, bro. He was never the finisher. He was never the gunman.
Because he was a supporting striker. I can also be like, Drogba has never been the only striker at Chelsea, like the starting striker. He's always had another striker that's been reliant on goals.
But at least both of them are strikers. He's not supporting, because that time when he played with Anelka, he wasn't supporting Anelka. He wasn't there to support Anelka. He was there to score with Anelka.
I just want to know, what's the point are you making? Are you saying Drogba's better than Rooney?
No, that's the thing. I'm saying we need to stop this thing of basing, because we have to remember the style of play of each team, and we have to remember why like certain players were used for that.
Okay.
So if we're gonna bring
without really, you don't win the title.
If you're gonna bring out stats to discredit a player, then I'm also gonna do it for a specific player just to show you that it's a futile thing. I understand Rooney is great, just like Drogba is great, but then it was because of how.
I agree with that, because some people always say Hazard is trash because they don't have the stats, but we all know Hazard is certified. We all know.
People always
played in the game when he was here.
That's the point. People always bring up stats to fit their narrative, bro. Yeah, stats can be made to look so crazy sometimes.
And that's literally what I always just try to do, because it's mostly United fans. I know it's Sintu too, but Sintu I don't even want to bring Arsenal players, because Arsenal is just whack. So I just show him that he understands that these players are great, but then stats aren't always going to show that. Just like Raul. Yes, Raul's goal ratio is shit. Like, it's bad. You know he's a great striker. So, like, I don't like that whole thing of just looking at goals or those stats, because we know these guys are certified ballers.
Yeah, if it was all about stats, bro, guys like Michu would be, Premier League coach, bro.
Nah, but guys, I think for today, we've covered a lot.
We've covered everything.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for coming on. I know Shumelo, you're a repeat offender. Thank you for that, my bruh. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Offside podcast. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.
Cheers, boys.
What is this thing?